All right, so tonight we're going to do Wild Turkey 101.
Yeah.
Now, this one has been recommended to us, and you think Wild Turkey. I mean, it's a pretty common whiskey.
Absolutely.
It's the one in the center aisle at the liquor store that they have the big display, and it's one that we've been kind of walking around a little bit in order to get to the Scotch and getting down to
Agreed.
some of the more craft whiskeys.
Yeah.
But we had to walk back out to the center aisle and grab a couple.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see what it brings to the table, actually.
Yeah, this one came as a recommend from So Dram Good, and she says that the Wild Turkey 101 is just fabulous, and we needed to do an episode on it.
Interesting. So it looks like this one's a high rye mash bill, which we both tend to like rye.
It's true.
The other thing I was reading about Wild Turkey is that they distill to a lower proof, which means it goes into the barrel at lower proof.
Oh, that's interesting.
So they really don't have to water it down much when they go to bottle it, which I think that's going to be very interesting.
So the flavoring, everything is really from the mash bill, and maybe not necessarily
Right.
from the barrel.
Yeah, so maybe not as much vanilla notes and stuff like that from the oak. Maybe we get more out of the distillation.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm really curious about this one.
Okay, well, let's get into it.
Off we go.
All right. And again, I mean, just oils for days.
Yep. Really
Um,
nice.
Yeah, that's this. You can tell this has not been watered down.
Yeah, nice dark amber color too. Really nice looking whiskey.
It really is. Nice smelling whiskey too.
Ooh, that's sweet on the nose.
It's sweet on the nose. Caramel,
Wow.
vanilla. There's like a little earthy note to it.
Yeah. Man, that sweetness hits almost immediately, and it's a little different.
Oh, you know what? I'm getting the rye influence
Yeah.
on the nose here.
Are
So
you
it's got a
getting-
little perfumey.
Yeah, exactly. Perfuming.
Perfumey. But man, is that caramel. I mean, that is...
Yeah.
Oh.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh yeah, definitely
It's
get some
spicy.
of the rye influence to it.
Yeah, you do. It's spicy. It's spicy all the way from the tip of your tongue,
Yeah.
all the way through your palate. But then, as it hits the back of my throat, the spice is gone.
Yeah, very
And
different.
I'm getting that vanilla note, that caramel note.
Mm.
It's a little dry on the tongue too, which is interesting.
Mhm. That is very interesting. Yeah, I noticed it is a little dry on the tongue as well. And I agree. Yeah, that spicy nature is right up front, and like you say, kind of fades towards the back. Unlike some of the other ones we had. Yeah, a little burn on the tip of the tongue right now.
Yeah, it's
Plenty of flavor.
yeah, and that caramel note, that vanilla
Yeah.
note, that just lingers.
Heck, my
And,
mouth is watering on this one. This
Oh
is
yeah, my mouth is very happy.
very nice flavors to that. I like that sweetness on the nose too. That's very unique to them.
I'm curious what a drop of water is going to do to this.
Me too, actually. I gotta say, my first impressions are much better than I expected for this particular one. Oh yes, excellent. The dropper. Totally forgot we had that.
Okay. Little 5 drops there. That moved the barrel spice
It did. It's not up front for me anymore. Now it's on the back.
on the back end,
Yep.
and it really amped up the spice on that.
It did. It definitely did. It pushed it back, which I appreciate because it gave me a little bit more room to enjoy some of the flavors. But yeah, when it comes in, it's coming in strong.
I've lost a little bit of that caramel note in there too.
I did as well, but I picked up a little bit more of that sweetness that I was noticing on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost like a, what are those little sweet tarts or whatever the heck they are?
Yeah.
It's got just this tiniest little hint of that for me.
Yeah.
Wow, the nose has changed a little too.
Yeah, I'm picking up more caramel on that
Yeah, on the nose I
on
am.
the nose, but I lose it in the
Yeah.
in the swallow.
This one may fare better with ice as opposed to water. Um, Cooling the palate a little bit might mute some of that spiciness and bring forward some of the other things that we enjoy about it.
Yeah, I think this would hold up very well to ice.
I would think so. Yeah, water doesn't seem to really do very well with, but ice I think would work very nicely.
Yeah, this is pretty pleasant.
Yeah, it's better than I was expecting, to be honest with you. Just because, again, when something's that common, and you see the literature, the marketing stuff for it all over the place, there are certain assumptions, at least I make. In this case, I think my assumptions were wrong. I appreciate a little bit of rye influence to this one. The barrel spice is a little bit more than what I anticipated, but not really a problem. I don't know that it really adds anything in this particular case like it does with other whiskeys, perhaps.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what's really interesting though is I can see why this is a popular whiskey.
Oh, absolutely. It's certainly not a bad whiskey
It
by
is.
any stretch.
It is not. This would pair well with like Coke, for instance, or
Yeah.
with a beverage.
Oh,
I mean, it would hold up
absolutely.
well as a mixer. I mean, drinking it neat's kind of nice too.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't something that's going to compete with a Weller or something of that nature, but it certainly has its place, and it's not unpleasant at all. What was the ballpark price for this one?
That one was, I think, about 40.
Okay.
Yeah, that one is still very reasonably priced.
Yeah. Okay, very interesting.
Yeah.
So, what do you think for a score?
I'm gonna give it a good solid 3.
Okay. I'm going to be a little bit lower. I'm going to go 2.5 on that. If it was priced a little lower, I might feel a little bit differently, but we've had some other ones that were just a little cheaper than this one that I think I enjoyed a little bit more. Not saying this is bad by any stretch of the imagination, but I think there's some rough edges to it that I was not expecting, although perhaps I should have been. But really not a bad dram though.
Nope, I enjoyed that one thoroughly.
Yeah, excellent. Well, good find.
All right.
Well, thanks for joining us, everyone.
All right, we'll see you on the next one.
Take care.
Thanks. Bye.